Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM silver bullet for Thursday, September 28th. So when you come to the chart, this is what we see. The 10 o'clock hour starts here. So let's open the Kraken silver bullet and see what we can find here, see what's available liquidity wise. So we got the previous day high here. I don't know if it's been taken out yet. It has not. So it is good. Let's go with Asian range. Obviously the high has been taken and the low has been taken, so Asian range is gone. Let's go with London. London high and London low has been taken out, so we can move to London. New York Killzone. So let's see here. Okay, so the London Killzone here has not been taken out yet, which is yesterday's London Killzone. And the low has, so but let's move this one into the next tick because that's going to change that. There's your London Killzone. Okay, so you still have this one up here that needs to be adjusted. So the high is not and the low is good, so we'll leave those. Now let's also click on the AM session. This is yesterday's AM session. Still open right there. And down here has not been, actually has been taken out. So, all right, so let's take out the low. Let's go with New York lunch. New York lunch. Buy side, that's been taken out. So there's lunch, PM session. All right, so we got PM session, buy side liquidity right here. Previous day high, AM session right there. And we have this kill zone down here. Okay, perfect. All right, so where are we at here? Well, we obviously have buy side liquidity up here that needs to be taken out. Right, so we are obviously targeting that. If we can get any, we have, let's see here. We have sell side taken right there. That's the sell side from here. So sell side's taken, this sell side's been taken right here. Just okay, we have market structure shift right here. That's the swing high that took out the low. All right, so we have fair value gap right here, a fair value gap right there. We have another fair value gap right here. Just marking it off before we get into our chart here. Okay, an order block right here, down close candle here. Not sure why that's like that. It should be like this. There you go. So there's an order block. All right, so let's see how this plays out. I'll say I'm looking for a pullback, right? I'm looking for something so I can pull a fib from and see where equilibrium's at and get a pullback. Okay, so now we can pull the fib from low to high and see equilibrium's right here. So I really wouldn't want to trade into this fair value gap right here. Optimal trade entry is the order block, and so I really like the order block. If we get into here, I'd be loving taking a trade right here. So ideally, I'd like to come back in here. I don't want to take this trade because my stop would have to be below this, and that's just, you know, a 10 handle stop. I can't do that. So I gotta have a trade come down in here. I don't want to see the kill zone or the PM buy side taken or anything like that. So I want to waiting for it to pull back down. Hopefully it does. Now I know a lot of people may take this trade right here, and you know you can. It's in discount right there. It's right at equilibrium. Where would you be targeting? This high would be first, then you'd be targeting there, right? I'm looking for optimal trade entry, and down here, because my stop, I know it can trade back down here, and so it could just easily come right back, just fill in this little void here, and come right back down and take me out. So for me, I can't put a trade here because my stop is going to be too big, even though it may work out. And then you look, it's gonna might work out. Okay, let's just mark that. So let's just see from right here, from the top to the top here, that's 9 handles. So if you're just targeting 5, oh yeah, you can take that all day long. If you're just doing a set, 5 handle move. But again, your stop would have to be down. I wouldn't have taken it. I didn't take it live. I wouldn't take it. I thought about it afterwards when I took this trade, that we're going to take here in a minute. I thought about would I have taken that trade, and I saw it live, and I didn't take it because my stop was going to be too big. But I know a lot of people did take it, and they're like, well, you missed a trade. Well, no, I didn't miss a trade because I didn't take it because it didn't fit my rules. My rules are I can only have the most a 5-handle stop, and that one would have required more if I was trading it properly. So I need this to come down. There you go. Come on down, baby. There we go. We're unequal. We're down there. So I'm going to buy 2 right there. So buy. I'm going to put my long position on. We'll put our position on right here, where it's actually at, and let's aim for our kill zone. Well, right there, right above our kill zone. We'll go right there. I will take a partial. When it goes above this high, I'll take a partial. That's about 60%. Why did price struggle right here, you think? Well, you have this fair value gap right here, and that's consequent encroachment, right? So it could have came back here and came down. That's not what I was doing. It was just maintaining there, maybe get some people to go short, thinking it's gonna max out and come down. We're looking for higher targets. We already know have matrix liquidity swept already. We had a market structure shift. We've pulled out an optimal trade entry, and we go back up. So we're not concerned about this. We were glad it went through it. Now we can use it as an inversion. For value gap, let's mark that on here as that. Now it's an inversion fair value gap, so I feel better about it. Could take that trade as another way to enter. So you know what? Let's buy another one, just because I would have entered right there as taking another entry. All right, so now I can sell one of the contracts off. When I cross this line, I'll take another partial because I added one on here. My trailing stop would be right here. Actually, my stop would be here because I already added to be underneath this fair value gap right here, or inversion fair value gap. Okay, yeah, a candle close above that line for me to take the trade. Okay, we will take another one off right there, and we will move our stop to the middle of this right here. Ideally, we don't want to see this fair value gap broke through, and we're so close to the end, so I'm going to move it to the bottom of this one, plus 1 tick, so that's where my trailing stop's at. Knowing full well it can take me out, it can go down to that fair value gap, but there is a fair value gap right here as well. So there's 2, so if it hits that, then it's probably coming against me. Here we go. Done right there. Take this trailing stop off. All right, let's move the position and let's look and see what happened. All right, so we came to the chart. We marked out our session liquidity targets using the Kraken Silver Bullet indicator. We had a kill zone, New York kill zone. We had PM buy side liquidity. We had previous day high, right? We saw that we had the kill zone low still not to be taken. Hasn't been taken yet. We did get liquidity taken here. It was the low right there. I think it's the low of the day at the moment. So we took out the low of the day, the current today, and then we had a market structure shift. We pulled our fib. We found our equilibrium and optimal trade entry. There were a few PD arrays, fair value gaps, and order blocks right here. So we took an optimal trade entry, was our entry. Then we came up here. We saw that we broke past and we made an inversion fair value gap, and we took another. We added one contract to our position. We took a partial at 60%. We took another partial. Let's just say it, 85%, and then we hit our TP. Okay. Let's just see if this takes the buy side out. PM buy side. Let's take the previous day high, and it does. Okay, so it does take all of those out, all that liquidity. So you could have held it even further. That is your AM silver bullet for Thursday, September 28th, using the Kraken silver bullet indicator.